Hello friends, welcome back to BlockTrade. In this video, we'll be learning about events in Solidity. Before moving ahead with events in Solidity, we have covered all the topics required for a beginner to learn about Solidity. Please go ahead and check out on our channel. So let's move ahead. What are events? Events are important in Ethereum because they facilitate communication between smart contracts and their interface. In layman terms, if we talk, it's a communication between the front end and the back end. So if we say in Ethereum, when a transaction is mined, smart contracts emit events and write logs to the blockchain that the front end can process. What is the syntax which they follow is, we write event, the event name, the data type, param1, data type, param2, and so on. Basically, events params can be of two types. One is indexed and one is not indexed. So not indexed is basically the simple one where you do not mention anything, and indexed is you write something like this. So what does this what difference does this create from the normal one? So when you write indexed, it indexes, or when you search an event by this parameter, right, the param1 or param2, here in this case it would be only param1 which is indexed. If you search an event by param1, it would help you to search it better. So this is how indexing is done, and you can only index up to 3 params in an event. You cannot index more params in an event. Up till 3 params you can index. Let's go ahead and check how do we create events in the code. So let's start by taking an example of a notification event where we would trigger a notification to a person or a particular address with a particular message. Now what we want is, so let's start by creating an event, and we will name it as notification. And what do? We need address, and what is the name of the address? We would say _2, and basically it is to, basically we want to whom we are trying to send this notification to, and you say string as a message, and yeah, that's it. Now let's create a function from where we would pass, we would trigger this event. Basically, whenever we want to trigger, we will call this function, and that's it. So let's create by saying notification example, and what do we need to pass? We need to pass a message. Basically would be string memory, and it would be a message, and it would be public, and we want to returns string memory. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so this is it. And okay, now let's create a emit. Emit is basically, you will, when you are trying to write it on the Ethereum blockchain. Now emit, you call this notification, and what you do is you just create, you say message dot sender, and what do we do is we create message, and I would return the message back. So what we have done is, basically we have created a notification event which takes an address and a message. Now we have created a function where you would pass the message, which would return back, which returns the message back, and it emits, basically it writes to the blockchain with the message and the to address. So let's try going ahead and deploying it. So when we deploy, we see this, and okay, now we say block tribe is best, and yeah. So when we say this, now let's go ahead and see whether this has gone. So to check this on, we have to go into this the console and see. Now you see this, this particular log is going to the front end. Now this particular log contains _2 and the message. So the message says block tribe is best, which we already know, and it already also has the to address. So to address is basically this address. You can see C4D4 in the end. You will get a fair idea that it's the address. Now this way you can trigger an event, and yeah, that's it on events. Okay, one more thing which is left is basically you can also try to index the events. Basically, if I try to index, so what this index does is basically it will try to save your data in an indexed format, where when you try to search for this particular when you search for this address, the results which would be much faster. So this is the concept of indexed, and as I already told you, we can only index up to 3 params in this. Now I create 2 more params here, and we can index only 3 params up in an event. We cannot index more. So this is how you create events in Solidity. With that being said, we are done with the initial Solidity beginners course. Now we'll be moving ahead with the advanced stuffs. So please share, subscribe and like if you like the content. It takes a lot of hard work to create such videos. That's it. Thank you for watching.